But so one of the files I worked on was the passport file. This file is where we set up the Google Auth. At the top, we have the passport, Google Client ID, client secret, and then the callback URL from the env file. Right after that, we have the callback function where we connect the MongoDB database to get the user's Google profile information. Um, we also make sure that the user has a primary email. Then we check if they already exist in the database collection or the user's collection using their Google ID. If they don't, then we create a new user and we save them to the database. And that's pretty much what the passport.js does. The next file will be the auth.js. And so this is pretty straightforward for this one. This file handles all the authentication routes. So the first route starts the Google signing, and then it redirects the users to the Google login page. If the authentication fails, then the failure route returns an error. But if it works, then the normal login process works, and we keep moving. And then the last file I worked on was the server.js. Just like the last one, this is pretty straightforward as well. This is our main server file where everything gets initialized. At the top, we have the environment variables from the env file. Then we enable the parse and JSON parsing so the API can accept requests from clients and read the JSON requests. Then like right after that, we have we register all the routes with the opt.use. We also have a global error handler that catches unexpected errors and returns a 500 response instead of just crashing the server. And then finally, but not least, at the bottom we call the connect to database. That way, the API only starts after it successfully connects to the MongoDB.
Awesome. So I worked a lot on the movies controller. The important thing to know is that we do everything inside of a try block, and we catch any errors. This is usually if there's a server error or a database error. When we catch one of those, we send it on to that global error handling using the next function. And then you'll also be able to see as we kind of scroll through these, you'll see some other instances where, for example, here, if we don't get a result back, then we'll send a 404. So we handle some errors within the actual functions themselves, and then the rest of it, if it's any kind of server error or anything like that, then it'll send to the global error handler. Here we just have functions for getting all the movies, getting one movie, creating a movie, deleting a movie, and updating a movie, that kind of thing. So that's the movie controller.
And here's the users controller. So pretty much the same thing. We get all users. We can get one user. We pass the errors on to the global error handler, create a user using the parameters that we have, set up and update user, same thing, delete user, checking, making sure that we get a response back. The only thing that's different is there's the get user by email. So this is a relational route or controller. So that we can actually get users, not just all the users or just one user, but we can actually get them by email. It's very much the same as everything else that we're doing.
Ready? So for my part, it was the review controllers. So it was very similar to the previous controllers. Same thing, just to get all the reviews, update the reviews, create new reviews, and delete all the reviews. There were two just new particular controllers, and one was just to get a user review and then a movie review. Most of them are just to get all the reviews based on a particular user ID or movie ID. And it has the same error handling as the previous one, and it will do return 404 if there is no response gotten.
So I had the watch list controller, basically same as everybody else's. So you can get all of your watch list items that you've put on a watch list, and you can also get it by a singular ID if you want to look for a specific one. And then you can get your watch list by user ID. So each user can create their own watch list. And then you can create and update and delete the watch lists as you please.
Awesome. So here is our Swagger documentation. You can see we have quite a few routes here. We'll go over some of them really quick. We'll start with the movies controller, or I mean the movies route, to get all movies. This is the first one up here. And when we go ahead and execute this, you'll see that we do get all of the movies here as a response.
All right, and I'll just demonstrate the users by email. So if we go in here and we grab, whoops, user's email. So we'll grab Robert Forrester. And as you can see, returns Robert Forrester.
Already. So for the reviews, I'm going to be just focusing on the movie ID. So that one just will be pulling all of the reviews. As you can see, we have one that has a different movie ID than the rest one. So we're going to pull the second one that says that I hate this movie, just as a small demonstration to showcase that instead of showing all three of them, it will only show the two that has the same movie ID. So just as a demonstration to execute it. And as you can see, it's just pulling all of the reviews that it has based on that movie, on the same movie ID.
And then I have the watch list one, and we'll be doing the watch list by user ID. So you can pull from specific users their own personalized watch list. We'll go ahead and insert that and execute it, and then it should pull right there the watch list and all the parameters for it.